Hey gang, it's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. How are you? I just thought I'd drop in. I've had a couple of days off, chilling with the fish, with my pooch. Just thought I'd stop in and say hi to you. I put up a couple of new videos today. I know, crazy, totally nuts. But I am here just to say hi and to go from there. Yeah, the Guppies are doing great. Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun indeed. My Yeah, it's just hey, Chattanooga Ed, Bob Kaler, excellent. Yeah, so I've been just busy doing stuff around the house, stuff with the fish, etc. Did 2 videos today. I know that's crazy. Here with the pooch, she's sleeping over here. She's in her little place. Just took her for a nice walk. Life is good. I'm having some Powerade grape. You were both here at the same time, and I appreciate you for it. I appreciate, Tennessee Mafia, notwithstanding. I know you people have your thing. I was out taking pictures, got a couple of shots of Mississippi kites today. There you go. Yeah, life's good. Doing laundry. I just did one load today. One. I did one load yesterday as well. Tomorrow, I don't think I need to do any laundry. Life's good. And I will be here tomorrow for the normal Saturday shenanigans. Just been so busy at work. I took a long time off. A long time off for the long weekend. And I needed it pretty seriously because the only vacation I took this year was having to do yeah, it's yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff going on. It Yeah, ominous for the Mob Guppy live stream. So I actually have people asking about the California Reds. So yeah, life's good. Life's good. What's up, Scotty Aquati? Yeah, the California Reds look really good. The color is different. It's more of a robust red. It's not quite as translucent. It's not a bright red. It's sort of a medium red, not quite dark red, not quite blood red, but it's lovely. It's lovely all the way around. Let's see, what else do I know? I've been so busy. Work has been insane. So I was originally going to take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday week of next week off. So essentially, 7 days off in a row or 6 days off. And I decided, well, we had a rescheduling. The company bosses were coming in on Tuesday of next week. It was supposed to be a couple of weeks ago. And because of that, they moved to this coming week. So I changed to a long weekend. So that's good. Yeah, I did a lot of lawn stuff today. I'll do some more yard stuff tomorrow, fish stuff tomorrow morning. I got out and I should have gone and done I have like some baby trees growing in real bad places like right next to my wooden fence. And I figured, well, I'll just do it when I mow. Well, it didn't get that it got a little cooler and there's a lot of dew. So I really didn't get out to do my mowing till like about 9:30. And it was already like 88 degrees, 90 degrees by the time I was done. And so I was fried. So in the morning, I'll get out and do trimming first thing. I have never kept frogs. I am I've gone back and forth on herps. I don't know if I would ever keep the frogs or I'd do a snake. I have no idea. I have no idea if I would do. I've also looked at tarantulas a little bit. I have lots of aquariums. Having one aquarium for a tarantula would seem kind of neat. Think I'd be a great frog keeper? Maybe there's a deal for me to do so. I go through like rounds of interest, and I think it's better to delayed gratification on stuff because once you add them in, you got to work on them. And my work day, gang, is beginning to end is about 12 hours every day. So a lot of times I just get home, I eat, I come home at lunchtime to play with Maggie, and I work from home for a good part of the day. But essentially, my whole deal is when I get home, I eat something, play with the dog, feed the fish, complete my work, and then pass out. Well, Bob, yeah, that's the deal. But again, I it also comes down to time for me, and I don't have the time. Perhaps when I get to retirement, that's what I'll do. I still have a bunch of aquariums to set up. I just have a bunch. I just haven't had a chance to do it. So I will go and get that done. I went through a period there where I miscalculated the amount of brine shrimp eggs I needed, and I ran out. And we went for like about 6 weeks here with highs, 104, 103, 102. And so you really can't order brine shrimp eggs then. I got into a round where the highs were getting to the high 80s. And so I ordered some. So I got a small one. The hatch rate, I just did my first hatch yesterday from what I received. It was actually pretty good. And so this will be enough I've got enough brine shrimp eggs that'll last me till, I am guessing will last, until beginning of October. Then I can order a big, huge thing of them and life's good. No, they don't have them at my Petco here. I don't have a Petco here. I have a Petland, which has almost no fish stuff at all. It's basically a place to sell puppy mill puppies. And PetSmart here does not carry them. Trust me. It's the closest Petco is a little over an hour from here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bob. When my parents retired, my dad was banging out a book a day. Brine shrimp eggs, Bob, and and brain shrimp. Uh, my dad read a book a day. He was involved in all sorts of charitable stuff. He ran for public office. My dad was living in sort of like like a granola crunchers paradise in Bellingham, Washington. Really sort of a left wing sort of area. My dad was not that. My dad ran on on a platform saying he's that old guy. Hey, thank you very much, Bob. He's that old guy who walks his dog. That was his deal. So he got elected. It was a 4-year term on a community board on a place that I think is now a city. And my dad essentially went in and voted no on almost everything. So when it was time to run for reelection, he said, "Yeah, I did it. I always wanted to run for office. I did it." And shortly after that was when my dad had dementia, did not have Alzheimer's, had a form of dementia. And this he left office when he was like 77, 78. And by the time he was 80, it really had kicked in. But he was so busy. He and my mom were so busy. It's my mom knew something was changing when my dad stopped reading a book every day. Because when they retired, my dad pumped out a book every day. He read a book. In fact, I got like a box of books from him. They realized, you know what, this is kind of expensive. I think I'll go to the library. So that's what he did. So a lot of people, by the way, it's you think when retirement is really sort of a stage of life. And I think, Bob, you're right. You got to be busy. And I have way too many interests. Scuba, Steve-O's Aquatics. How you doing, man? My dad liked reading a lot of biographies. He liked reading a lot of police type novels. It was, he just was a pit bull of reading stuff. It was just, oh, there's a book, I'll read it. And they just had a dog there. And my mom had a couple of things. Number one, the dog died, Lulu. She was like 12 or 13. And my dad was always about having a dog. My mom, not so much. And my dad goes, "Yeah, I'm not interested in getting another dog." Wow. Yeah, my dad, Chattanooga, had pretty much the same thing. He'd read a lot of history, read a lot of. My dad was a World War I nut. He had an uncle that lied about his age to go to World War I. His uncle Gil. And when my dad collected a lot of World War I stuff. In fact, I am going to be receiving, because it's coming from a state that I won't mention, where transferring guns is very difficult, lots of rules. I am receiving my dad's gun collection, which is it's about 20 guns. He has several World War I guns. Several meaning 3 or 4. He had his he had his gun collection appraised, yeah, probably about 10 years ago. And he thought the World War One guns would be the ones that had the value, and not so much. He had, and I will be receiving this when it gets delivered to me, a World War, or actually a World War II era. It's a 1936 16 gauge double barrel shotgun. You just have 138 special. My dad had one handgun, and it was mainly for training hunting dogs, a 22 pistol. And my brother was joking. He goes, "Yeah, it looks like a toy. It's a little gun." But it was set up that you could shoot blanks out of it while training dogs. It was, good for that. My dad carried it with him had it in his trunk most of the time. My dad was an on the road salesman for a lot of his life, and so he was, that's going through. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the one gun I really like, and I just haven't picked it up, is a 19 or is a Taurus 38. And Taurus is an Argentinian company that works off of the Smith and Wesson copyright and patent. And it is a smooth shooting gun. I've gone to the gun range where I've tried different guns. 357, I like that. The gun I don't like, it's the cop gun. I'm not big into the Glock. Not that I don't like the Glock. I think it's but the way I hold a gun, not that good. But you got the Taurus 357. Yeah, it's a good gun. Taurus is really, they make it off of the Smith and Wesson patent, but it has a certain balance to it. Yeah. For me, the way I hold a gun, Glock doesn't work. I end up skinning my the top of my thumb on it, and I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Yeah, Taurus guns are really good. I cannot say enough about them. It I've shot the 44 Magnum, I've shot the 357 38. There was a gun shop in one place I lived when I lived in Alabama where you could buy the ammo for a little extra money and be able to shoot whatever gun you wanted to. So I shot the Glock and I shot the 357, the 44. It was fun. Good times. I grew up doing a lot of hunting, pheasant hunting, quail hunting, grouse hunting. My old man was not a big deer hunter, not a big duck hunter as well, mainly because my dad goes, "You don't encounter nature. If you're going hunting, hiking through the woods, listening for the birds, listening for the thing, for your quarry." And my dad also taught me the lesson that, hey, if you shoot and get get food for dinner, that's great. That's a bonus. The most important thing is to go out and enjoy nature and listen and go from there and get that in place. What's up, Maggie? She's over here. Today's National Dog Day. Right. Right, little girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's getting really mature. She's in her middle of her first heat. And she has to have one litter, part of the contract. So, I already knew who the puppy daddy is going to be. It's all good. And she may go and get and do a second. I don't know. I think it depends on how the litter looks. Cats are superior to dogs because they'll never work with the police. Boo, Ed, boo. Actually, I have a canine officer down at the end of the block, and he's good people. And his wife does a lot of training with the dog. She said they have Belgian Malinois, which is the current good police dog. Yeah. Yeah, that's the deal. The police dogs, even when they retire, I used to work with one of the places I worked at had an officer that did security, and he was a canine guy, and his canine just retired. And this is back in the day, this is 30 years ago, where cops primarily worked with German Shepherds at that point. Now it's nearly exclusively Belgian Malinois. Now, one time I asked him, I said, Greg, because that's his name was Greg. I said, Greg, why not a Doberman or a Rottweiler? Both dogs with not, obviously security and that type of stuff. And he goes, easy. He goes, both of them are real smart. The Doberman has endurance, but does not have the power and the nose. The Rottweiler has the power, but does not have the endurance, and also doesn't have a great nose. German Shepherd, they have it all. And Belgian Malinois have it all as well. They're amazing. Chewy, what's up, buddy? What's up? Now Brittany's. Yeah, they here's the deal with Brittany's. They're everybody's friends. Yeah, I saw it, Chewy. I'll open them up. I just saw one. I have someone who wants to ask about the California Reds. And yeah, it's all good. You have a new dog, Prinny. Changed from Princess. Is 10. Real female tall Chihuahua from the Ark. Got her because she needed to learn how to accept affection. And she's heartworm positive right now. Yeah. Yeah. Here, I'll tell you what. The deal is with Maggie is that I have, the amount of mosquitoes around right now. It's been so dry here. And Maggie's only out with me. I don't leave her out in the yard for a long time alone. She is with me. I take her out for walks. I'll go out in the backyard and play with her. But yeah, that's about it. That is about it. And, it was mosquito time. I was treating her pretty vehemently. Now it's just I don't need to treat her. There's nothing out there. I mean, it's dry as toast. My lawn, the only thing that grows on my lawn are weeds. I feel sorry for the birds that love eating mosquitoes and other bugs. They're not getting them. It's been really dry here this summer. In fact, we're in drought conditions. So, and we're not expecting there. We could get a little rain on Sunday. That'll be the first rain probably 10 to 12 days. And we can get that much rain before. So, yeah, we've been very fortunate. Now, Bravecto, her Bravecto runs out in a couple of weeks. And by the way, I am really pro Bravecto. You're getting thunder right now. You guys been getting rain in Chattanooga? Yeah, we have gotten very little. North of us has gotten a lot. You know, like there was a big flooding in St. Louis, stuff like that, and go from there. Well, it just depends. If you are in Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, northern Missouri, places like that, you've gotten plenty of rain. You had to drain your pools 3 times this summer. Yeah. It's been warmer here, seemingly. But the world has been on a warming trend for about 25,000 years. So, Aquatic Morning Show, good morning or good afternoon. And all right. Yeah, so lots of stuff. Got my first bid on the California Reds. Life's good. Jess. I missed. No, wrong Jess. Okay. The other Jess. Let's see here. What else is going on? My personal life. I was dating a gal for a while. We're not seeing each other anymore. I met another gal, and Bob, you'll appreciate this. She's a nurse. She's 20 years younger than me, and surprisingly attractive, and really a nice gal, and was not scared by all the aquariums. So I don't know where this is going. Previous gal, it was nice. We had a nice time seeing each other. Ah, very good. Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow night I'm invited to a party. Oh, hey Jess. It is you. Okay, good. Well, it's really kind of fun. The gal I saw last was very age appropriate, just a few years younger than me, and really a good gal. She has things going on in her life that are way too much. It's a long distance relationship, so there you go. But a nice gal. And I'll tell you what, if she all of a sudden said, "Hey, I need to be back with you," I'd drop The other gal is early on in the game. I have no idea, whether this is a good relationship or not. She's cute. She's fun. We're enjoying each other's time together and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a relationship. Yeah, I'm on a run here, but I will tell you, I went through a divorce, and I did not have. I had one date in a little over 2 years from my divorce, and the gal was really nice. It was a setup, really nice lady. Here was the problem: her name was so close to my ex-wife that I'm going, I can't. So I pulled the plug on that. It's going from, and I mean one letter difference. Yeah, I don't know. And we'll find out about this nurse. I don't know. Very early. We just hung out a little bit. It's I don't know if I necessarily want to get married right away or anything. Right now, my deal is I want to just get back in the game. I was, it, you know, I was married for 15 years. That's including about 2 years of separation. That's, I need to figure out who Peter was first. And if you've been married, you'll understand what I'm saying. Your relationship and your identity is your relationship. Your friends are to get involved in that relationship. Everything is about being married in that relationship. You know what? The current gal here, Chattanooga, has no idea what I do for a living. 0.0. As far as I know, we haven't gotten there yet. I have tried just to talk about her. But you're married to somebody. Your identity becomes in them. What's the interest that she has? What's the what are activities you guys like doing together? When you hang out with friends, as friends of you both, usually couple friends. And when you go through a divorce, the big thing about it is that you're cut in half. I have not seen her in either. Here's the problem with this. This gal and I were completely other schedules. I work from about 3 to 2. I get up at about 3. I get to work at about 5. Get home about 2. She works 11 p to 7 a. That's probably the problem that's going to be with this relationship. It's that's the deal. But I will tell you, anybody who's gone through marriage, and by the way, I wish my marriage would have worked out. To say I didn't love her what is incorrect. I loved her. The relationship didn't work for numerous reasons. And by the way, when you get divorced, it's easy to point fingers at the other person. Part of it was my fault as well. Part of it was, there were things that happened. I didn't go from there. I'll take my hands off your sister when she asks me to, Ed. The gal I was seeing earlier this year, the girl I was seeing earlier this year, really a nice lady. And we had a good time together. She had family stuff that all of a sudden got in the way of the relationship. You know, and maybe this relationship will get back together. I don't know. We're still actually on good terms. I sent her a text yesterday. She sent me a text back today. I don't know. I don't know if the nurse thing goes off the sideway, off the deal. I dated for a while, Bob, a hospice nurse. And I sort of screwed that one up. She was really a good gal. And I was like loosely dating like 2 or 3 people at the time. And I ended up with another blonde, which was a bad choice. I probably should have chosen the hospice nurse. And really a good lady. Remember, dating and in a relationship are 2 different things. If you've gone on a couple of dates with a gal, that does not mean you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, your dating is exclusive. Yeah, cool, Chewy. So that's sort of the deal for me. Is that in my little world here, is that when you're in the end of life phase, you might look back and miss her. Maybe. Which one? Any of my girlfriends or the ex-wife? The ex-wife thing, when that thing got to its natural end, the hospice nurse, yeah, I don't like her. She know what to do. Give me my drugs. Here, take this one. It'll just make you feel tired. Yeah, my other thing is that, and I'll tell you what, you've got to go sort of put yourself in the thing and ask women out. There's another gal that I run into occasionally that when I see her next, I'll ask her out. Unless all of a sudden I'm really seeing the nurse or the other gal comes back. Jenny Lynn, how are you? The thing is that you just have to put yourself out there. And when you're dating or when you're trying to meet a gal to have a relationship with, or your lady having a gentleman, or whatever you do, I no judgment here. You just have to put yourself out there, and some people are just gonna say no. Heck with them. Move on. That's Powerade. It's awesome. And Maggie is sitting down here chewing on a bone. So there you go. Get a crush on a girl in high school named Jennifer? Thank you very much, Jess. I appreciate it. Oh, you're the group member of Nurses of Chattanooga. There you go. So I have a gal that I run into occasionally, and I think when I see her next, I'll ask her out. Ask her for a phone number first, and again, if you don't ask, you don't get. And if they don't like you, whoop-de-doo. There's more nice people to meet. Thanks, Jess. That's sort of the deal. So that's my dating advice. Just go out there and, it's if you give off the energy that, if you meet somebody that you find attractive or interesting, or both, yep, absolutely, Jalen. Lots of fish in the sea. Just go out and do that. I will tell you, this one woman is my dental hygienist. That I may, I'll probably ask for digits unless something happens or their thing. Yeah, and dogs are good. That's how I met the gal the nurse I'm kind of seeing. Again, to say we're seeing each other, I have no idea. Hey, thank you very much, Jess. No problem. It's just great having you here. So, my whole deal is it's Maggie the dog's gonna help me meet ladies, my good looks, or my charming personality. One of those three things. So, my dental hygienist, I stopped by because normally I have a HSA, which, by the way, I love. They're great. So I go in with my HSA, and normally I have to go back and pay a copay. So I showed up, and part of me wanted to see that gal, see if I could ask her out. But she had had a client in there. She came out and started rubbing my back. Generally, if women start touching you, a little hit. Yeah, health savings account. Yeah, I love it, Bob. It's great. I have saved a ton of money. It's slick. So, hey, Vinotsky Fish Goto, what's up? What is up? Yeah, life is good. Hey. Let's see here. Someone wants to buy some of my swordtail mills from me. That's good. Hey, Repticon tomorrow. Where's that? Is that in Chattanooga, or are you going down to Atlanta or Knoxville? Where is that? Oh, Biden's going to pay for your internet. Oh, there you go. I have an employee whose parents saved throughout his life. He graduated from college last year, and he's going, "Do I get 10 grand?" I'm going, "No, you don't. Only if you had a student loan." Oh, in Chattanooga. Yeah, there's one close by. They have one occasionally in Springfield. And I'll go down to that one time. Maggie's in Heat. So when is that next one? It's Let's see here. When is this one coming up? Let me look at the date of this one. September 24th. Maggie will be out of heat. Maybe I'll take her down that day. It's at the Ozark Empire campgrounds, which I've been to. And yeah, I think I'll go to that one. I'd love to go down to it. I'm not necessarily a natural herp guy, but hey, what the heck? I may go down there and be transfixed by something. Transfixed all the way around. All right, gang. Thank you so much. I've got to do a few things around here. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. 1 p. Eastern, 10 a. Pacific, Mobb Guppy live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Adios.